Adam Schefter joins us now.
Breaking stories.
Brought to you by Colorado Credit Union. Love where you live. Love where you bank. Visit ccu.org to learn more. Adam, where does Bo Nix, and Scott is here to talk to you if you want to talk directly to him, where do you think Bo Nix ranks in terms of rookies overall in the NFL? How's his rookie year going? Where do you think he ranks?
Well, I would say right now, I think Jaden Daniels is the only rookie quarterback who's outplayed him so far. Drake May's coming on. Scott. Put the three fingers down. Okay?
All right.
Drake May is definitely coming on. And Drake May obviously may have a brighter future than Bo Nix. That would not be a surprise. There are people that loved Drake May coming out. But to date, Bo Nix is number 2.
Brock Bowers?
Number 2. Well, I think you're asking rookie quarterbacks.
No, we said rookies.
Just rookies. I mean,
just rookies.
Just rookies, yeah.
Well, if we're so, like, in other words, are we doing rookie of the year balloting, unofficial
Yeah,
rookie of the year
unofficial.
balloting?
Yeah. Sure.
Midway, mid-season, just laying in bed, hanging out, and you decide, hey, I want to boom, pop up and do this.
Deep thoughts. Under the sheets.
I would say right now, Bo Nix. Yeah, I wouldn't argue with that. Brock Bowers has been great, but also Scott. He's coming off maybe his best game of the year when you're giving this answer. So it's easy for you to say Brock Bowers 3 when Bo Nix has been pretty solid all year long.
Yep.
Right?
Well,
No
Brock
doubt.
Bowers on a crap team has almost 800 yards receiving too. I mean, there's no other weapons. There's no weapons the Raiders have other than Brock Bowers, is there?
Jacoby Myers is a good player. He is. Jacoby Myers is pretty good. But, yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Who's their quarter? Oh, so they're going with Gardner, though, right? I mean,
He's the guy.
Okay. Okay. It seems like a mess there, Adam. What is the inherent problem there in Vegas right now?
Well, you brought up the quarterback position. That is the inherent problem. Teams that, as a general rule, don't have quarterbacks don't win consistently. Okay. And when you don't win consistently, people get fired. And when people get fired, it creates more instability. And when there's more instability, for whatever reason, it gets harder and harder to develop that quarterback. And they've been unable to develop that quarterback, which leads them to have instability and fire more people and start the whole cycle over and over again, right? I mean, that's what you're talking about.
All right, but what do you think of the strategy? Hey, we'll get a great player, and then we'll get the quarterback later. So we'll get Bowers.
Well, look, DMac, it's not like they had a choice. They were sitting where they were last year. I think they were picking 13th. By the time they picked 13th, 6 quarterbacks were off the board. Right?
Yeah. Hey, I'm there with you.
And by the way, if I remember correctly, I remember my notes. They liked Michael Penix. They did.
Yeah.
They liked not enough to trade up for him, but they liked him.
And
like if he had been there at he had been there at 13, do I think he would have been the pick? Maybe. But I believe they had a higher grade on Brock Bowers, who many regarded as a top 10 talent. And he was there surprisingly at 13 because all these teams took quarterbacks. And so they said, okay, well, you all want quarterback? We'll take this guy. He's a great player. And he is. And they just don't have a quarterback right now to get him the football the way that they should.
And that's what always drove me nuts about the draft. If they really did like Penix, go get him, man. Don't sit around. Figure it out. Move up. Atlanta did. A lot of teams.
Well, but you know what? Again, if I remember my conversations and notes, I think they liked Michael Penix. Mm-hmm. I do. I don't think they liked him enough to go trade up for him. There's a difference.
Well, they're a dumb organization. That's what you get.
So. Hey, I don't know.
Well, we don't know that Michael Penix can or can't play yet.
Yeah, but you don't. You only have what you have at the time of the draft, Adam. Right? Like, I'm sorry to bogart this, but like that's all you got.
You know what? I disagree with you here. Like, again, I think they absolutely liked Michael Penix. I think if he was there at 13, I think they would have considered him. I don't know that they would have taken him. And so now you're debating, okay, well, where's the right spot to go get him? And they decided to sit where they were. They didn't have a chance to get him, but they had a chance to get another great player. DMac, if Michael Penix washes out,
yeah,
how are you going to feel? Like they got a great player. They got a great player.
Yeah, but it's going to cost like coaches and other players. I mean, they're going to, all right, let me back up. Are the Raiders going to have a complete overhaul?
Oh, we're going to wait and see. But obviously, when you don't win, there are changes.
Well, and then what do you make then? We'll stay on the Raiders thing. What do you make then that we got Tom Brady and his group bought 10% of the team a year ago? It got approved at the owners' meeting. It's just announced today, or at least I read it today, that Davis is selling another 15% off to two other individuals, 7.5% each. That's going to be 25% of the team. Obviously, still having controlling interest. But what does that say about that organization? It's your owner's giving up 25% of the team, and how long does he retain 75% of the team?
Yeah, but you know what? What I would say to that would be he still is the majority control owner. And so by doing this, he rakes in billions of dollars that he can enjoy, and he gives up none of his privileges. None. He just has more people that he could lean on and include, right? I mean, again, he's in a different world than we are, but the way I look at it is, okay, so he just got back, let's just say the organization's valued at $6-7 billion, and he sold 30% of it. So he just got back $1.8 billion, like, to go have fun with. And he's still the majority owner of the Las Vegas Raiders. It cost him nothing. And he's putting 1.8 in his pocket, like, to go have fun while he's here on Earth. Like, hey, good for him.
Hey, I don't know how dialed in you are to college football right now, but I'm sure you're dialed in enough to see that Colorado just landed Juju Lewis on Pat McAfee's show live today.
Yeah.
Curious your thoughts with Dion and how that may or may not affect his future interest in coaching an NFL team.
Well, again, I don't cover that world, and it's not like I'm dialed into that world, but I have the same type of observations that I'm sure you guys do. Like, that guy obviously believes Dion's going to be there. He chose that school because he believes in Dion and that staff. So he thinks that. And so that's where it's kind of at right now. Right?
Yeah.
So the Las Vegas Raiders come to Dion and say, we will allow you to draft your son. You'll be the head coach here. What do you think he'd say to that? I know speculation.
Look, again, this is what I said this morning on Get Up. Dion himself has said he's got the kickstand down at Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
Kickstands down. And I believe that. And I believe that he truly wants to shape and mold and influence the lives of young men that he can have a huge voice on. So.
And you ain't going to have it in the pros. You ain't going to have that in the pros.
Well, yeah, you are.
Not like in college, though.
Yeah, okay, but it's up to some owner to walk by and be a bully and kick down that kickstand if he wants. Hey, I know you got your kickstand. I'm going to kick your bike down, okay? And I'm going to offer you enough money, and maybe that's including Shador, or maybe it's not. I don't know, but just because he's got his kickstands aren't cemented.
Those go up also, right?
Yeah. Kickstands go up.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Hey, Adam, I didn't really
breaking news.
I didn't really believe Prime until today. So, but that's where I'm at, you know. So I'm taking
you say he's absolutely staying.
I'd be stunned if he left now with this news from
that very
today.
well could be.
Yeah,
but by the way, it certainly looks like he's staying.
Yes, it does.
That's what I would say.
To
it
the
certainly
degree,
looks like he's staying.
To the degree where I'll take him at his word. You know, for sure. Like, he said it like 100 times now. They got this kid. Okay, good enough. We got you. Despite whatever Michael Irvin's yelling about. You know, I'm not, whatever.
Hey, let me ask you this. Let me go back to NFL again real fast. And we talked about the Raiders just now. And we heard from Giants camp and Jets. We see all the problems. We counted yesterday 14 teams in the NFL with 4 wins or less. 14 teams with 4 wins or less. Are these crap organizations? Are they organizations that are just in a lull? Or does the NFL have a problem right now with really some poorly run franchises as far as winning football goes?
Well, first of all, it's not the NFL's job to support poorly run franchises. That's not the league's job. And I think that the biggest thing,
although they chased 2 owners out in the last decade, right? Carolina and Washington, they did chase 2 owners out. Different reasons, but
yeah, I'm trying to think, like, chased. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, they certainly were part of it. There was a lot of noise around both. I don't know how influential they were or weren't in getting those owners to sell. I don't know the answer to that. I don't know. But what I would say is, more than anything, Scott, is that this is a quarterback league. Like, there were a lot of people who said that Buffalo wasn't well run or Kansas City wasn't well run. And then you go draft a quarterback. And by the way, I know he's not playing. Like Houston, well, that was poorly run too, wasn't it? Until CJ Stroud showed up. And no one says anything anymore, even though they're not having the type of season that many expected. We could go through the list. And I think it's more a function of who has quarterbacks and who doesn't. Now, there are exceptions. The Steelers are always great, it seems like. They're just a solid organization. But by the way, the Broncos in recent years haven't been very good.
Nope.
They drafted a quarterback who seems like he can play. Oh, Denver's in play. They're not a crappy run organization anymore.
Look at that.
Oh, my goodness.
Look
what
at
do you
that.
know?
Crazy, right?
Yeah, Denver also
think,
had extenuating circumstances in the Pat got as sick as he did.
Look, by the way, ownership does enter in and coaching does enter in. Look at Jim Harbaugh and the effect he's had on the Chargers because Justin Herbert's been there, okay? Yeah. Absolutely, it's a factor. But I don't care what anybody tells me. The biggest factor is quarterbacks.
Okay.
Period.
Hey, I'm with you. 100%.
So you're telling me you're a hobo? Hope for Bo. You got hope for Bo. That's why I'm living now. I'm a hobo because I have.
We went from Bo erections to hobos, right?
Yeah. Well, he's got the
DMac's the hoe for Bo.
Oh, I'm the hoe for Bo.
Yeah, he's a hoe for Bo.
I've been the hoe for Bo from the get-go.
I have hope for Bo.
Yeah, that's different. And Tyler's still recovering from playing with RG3, so it's a whole.
He's got RG3 TSD.
That's right, RG3 TSD.
Hey, RG3 just invited me out this weekend, boys. Don't go ruining my relationship.
I know, but the RG3 TSD just means I can't believe it. Even if you have a great first year, I don't know. It's like
Sometimes you know when you know.
By the way, another great example: Washington. One of the biggest dumpster fires in the world recently. Oh, they drafted it today. Look at Washington.
Yep.
Wow.
Got rid of an owner.
But got rid of the owner.
Got a quarterback.
Got rid of different culture, different owner, different strategy.
Fine. I don't care what you say. Again,
with the quarterback.
The biggest factor is it comes down to the coaching matters. Right, absolute ownership matters.
I know we got to let you go. I want to keep you on time. I'm keeping you on your schedule. Why are you dressed up like Johnny Cash?
Because I'm a hobo.
Okay. All right, Adam Schefter. See you, pal. Adam Schefter is brought to you by Colorado Credit Union. Love where you live. Love where you bank. Visit ccu.org to learn more.